truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness turns tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tuning every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia's brief. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody, hello. Let me turn on this light in here before it gets too dark. 1 second. All right, I don't want it to get dark in here and then I won't be able to see you guys. Hi everybody, welcome to the Infamous channel. Well guys, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about the cash out sentencing, who was there. Got a little short interview with one of the jurors. And also we're going to talk about Nicole's situation, Nicole Fagan, the attorney that was with the YSL. I reached out to her today as well. So it's a lot going on. So we're going to go ahead on and get started. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Infamous channel. You guys know I was at the courthouse. Today, and I had the opportunity of speaking to quite a few people. It was like a mini reunion for the YSL folks. Sorry, my nose is, I got it. Sneeze. I feel like I got to sneeze, but it's not coming out yet. It was like a mini reunion on the prosecution side. Hold on. Oh my God, I got to sneeze, but it won't come out. I got to sneeze, but it won't come out. But anyway, from the prosecution side, it was like a small reunion. Of course, Love was there. A couple of the detective and investigators that we used to be in YSL, they were all there. It was a whole bunch of them. It was like a little mini reunion on the prosecution side and not the defense. But you guys did get a chance to see the sentencing. We did have a different camera guy there today, and one of the things the camera guy did do is go ask the judge about being able to stream and he was able to stream. At first, we didn't know whether or not he was able to. So that's why I was tweeting exactly what was going on in the courtroom. And then when he went to the back, he was able to stream, which was great. So I didn't need to get the footage. because it was streamed by the news people. So that was a great thing. So let me see. Should I get the footage, y'all? Should I ask for the footage? Should I ask the guy for the footage? Should I have my own? I don't think it's necessary. I can always yeah, let me go ask him for it. Hold on. Let me go ask him for it. All right, I just requested for the footage for today. I didn't think I needed, but okay, I'll let me just I just asked for it. So anyway, okay. The people that was in the courtroom today was, I did see Cash Out's two daughters. They were in the courtroom. They had on masks because I guess they didn't want anybody to know that they were there. So they had masks, but they sat in the back near me. Not only was the two daughters in there, but one of the jurors was in the courtroom. Um, how I found out that the juror was in the courtroom is, I was sitting in the back. She looked over at me and she says, she pointed at me. She says, "Are you Sylvia?" And I said, "Yes." She says, "Thank you so much for the work that you do." I was like confused. I did not know who she was. So she's like, basically, she saw the tweets afterwards, and she saw that what I was saying as far as how diligent the jurors were, how detailed they were, and so she thanked me for reporting accurately. So, and you know me, y'all, when she did that, what did I do? I was like, "Can I get an interview?" She's like, "Sure." Right. And then I said, "I'll do it." It was before court started. Right. I said, "I'll do it afterwards because I can't do it in here because I don't have a Rule 22 to be able to do any interview in here. I can't have my camera or anything." So she says, okay. So after court, she met with me downstairs and I was able to do a short interview. She didn't want her face shown, so it's only voice only, okay? So I'm going to play that after I tell you a little bit more of what happened inside the courtroom. Well, somebody complained that Tyrone's mother said something to the one of the victim. I don't know if she actually said anything or she might have just said "excuse me" and when she was passing by or something like that. But the investigators came and there was a whole bunch of them coming around trying to, act like it was something big going on, which wasn't nothing good big. And then they asked the prosecutors to leave because they wanted them to leave. So that's basically all that happened, but they made it seem as if it was going to be something major going on. But let me go ahead on and play the real short. It's about 6 minutes interview with the jurors. You know, I started off the question, and I asked a question before I turned my mic on and things like that. And then another news place had asked me if it was okay for her to come out there, because I told her that I was speaking to the juror, and she says, "Oh, you are?" And so she's like, "Do you mind if I join?" I said, "No, I don't mind." So then she asked the juror, and the juror said she didn't mind because the juror was giving me the interview for it, but then they came out there and we did it together. Okay, so this is the interview. I recorded it from my phone. All right, let me go ahead and share that with you guys. Hold on. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna play it from here. I'm gonna start off from the beginning. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Okay, I'm gonna put it as loud as I can. It's 6 minutes and 19 seconds. 6 minutes and 19 seconds. Let me just put my overlay over here so it will not all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it with my overlay on it. Okay.
So walk me through, what was it like having to sit in this trial? A lot of sensitive evidence was presented.
It's much more difficult than I imagined. I'm gonna cry. Um, none of us wanted to be on the jury. Nobody wants to give up that time in their lives. But you think, okay, I can listen to the evidence and I can make a decision based on the evidence. And that's where you have to get to. But you know, these young men and of course, mom and Ash, they're so count. And did the state prove the evidence? Did they prove every element of the crime? And to a person on our jury, part of that process. On the other hand,
Okay,
what was it like having to?
hold on. Can you guys hear you? Some saying that it got cut off, some saying that they can hear it. So what what is happening? So when I mute myself, y'all can't hear it? Are you saying because I muted myself? So when I mute myself, you can't hear. Okay, so I'm not gonna mute myself. I just won't make noise. If it's very low, you're just gonna have to put on your headphones or something, because I don't have any control over that part of it, because I have it as high as possible.
In this trial, a lot of sensitive evidence was presented.
it's much more difficult than I imagined. And I'm gonna cry. Um, none of us wanted to be on the jury. Nobody wants to give up that time in their lives. But you think, okay, I can listen to the evidence and I can make a decision based on the evidence. And that's where you have to get to. But you know, these young men and of course, mom and Ash, their lives are at stake. So it's really hard. You don't want to sit in judgment of anyone, but the judge tells us you're not to consider what the sentence is going to be, or the punishment is going to be. You just have to look at each individual count and did the state prove the evidence? Did they prove every element of the crime? And to a person on our jury, we were very deliberate and careful. And we agonized. We agonized over, were the elements meant for each crime? And that's why, there's no guilt, not guilty on some of the counts. But the state's evidence was so compelling, and they had so much of it. It's just hard to know that these defendants are going away probably for the rest of their lives, if not for a long, long time. And knowing that you had any part of that process. On the other hand, somebody has to be a part of that process. And serving on a jury is so important. And I never wanted to be on this jury. I'm glad I was a part of it, somehow it worked. But I'm so sad. I'm so sad I'm sad for the victims, and I'm sad for the defendants too. We were convinced beyond a reasonable doubt as to the guilty, where we found that they were guilty. But it's still hard to know that their lives are ruined, the victims' lives are ruined. It's all immeasurably difficult.
What's your response? Cash Out spoke, and one of the statements he made, he thanked the judge, he thanked the prosecutors, and he thanked the jury. But he said, "You guys got it wrong." What's your reaction to that?
I actually talked to someone who works for the public defender's office who happened to be there, and I wondered about that. And I said, how common is it when a jury finds you beyond a reasonable doubt to be guilty to still say you're not guilty? And I think there can be multiple reasons for that. They may have convinced themselves, just as a matter of protecting themselves, that they weren't guilty, or public perception. I mean, if those cameras are in the courtroom, if you say, yes, I'm guilty and I feel bad for it, what does that mean the public thinks of you? So I don't know. I guess from my perspective, I can't think about, or it's none of my business what he thinks. Our duty was to look at the evidence, and we did it very carefully. We took copious notes. You probably saw us all scribbling in our notebooks. We did the absolutely best job that we could possibly do, and I believe we came to the right result.
Was it pretty unanimous throughout the entire deliberations, or did you all have to do a lot of swaying to get some help, Susan?
There was no swaying. We were very careful. I think we all felt if there was one person who disagreed, we've got to give that person the forum to talk to us, talk it through. We did have some not guilty of some counts, those elements. It was decided weren't met. We didn't want to ever have a mistrial, but if it had to come to that, if there was someone who just said, I don't believe that they're guilty on this particular count, you would have seen a mistrial. We were all convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. There was nobody bullied. There was nobody even pressured. It was all, let's talk this through. There was a lot of agreement early on as to the majority of the counts, honestly. There were only a few of the counts that we had a little more trouble with, and those are the ones where we found it not guilty. And as you know, there were just a few of those.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add or say? When you look back and you see the impact this had on the victims' lives and this outcome, did you all know that some of these charges came with life sentences?
We were told not to consider what the punishment was. So, and we were also told not to do any research. So we might have had an inkling that the penalties were going to be severe. But in order to serve on a jury and come to a just result, we couldn't consider what the punishment was going to be. Our only job, and this is one way of self-preservation on a jury, our only job was to determine what are the elements as instructed by the judge, what is the evidence presented, and was it proven beyond a reasonable doubt. I didn't want to serve on a jury. I don't have time for this. Nobody has time. Nobody has 7 weeks, 8 weeks out of their lives to serve on a jury. But I'm so glad I did it. And it's so important. And I would say don't fight jury duty. I know a lot of people come to the jury selection process and say, I can't be impartial. They'll say whatever they think they need to say to get off the jury. Don't do that. The process needs people who are fair, who are not just thinking about their own busy lives, who are thinking and know that this process is what our entire criminal justice system is built on. And the jury is important, and I'm glad I did it. But I'm still so sad about it. I'm sad for the victims and I'm sad for the defendants. Yeah, no one wins. No one wins. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, that was the interview. I know it's really hard to hear because we were outside, and I was trying to, well, I need to go ahead on and edit it so get the background noise out of there. But that was it. But you know what I wanted to also show you guys? I wanted to tell you guys a couple of things in regard to the trial, what was shown at the trial. One of the things I'm telling you, social media is going to get people in trouble every single time. Social media is going to get them in trouble every single time because this is where most of the evidence that comes through any trial is coming through social media, y'all. So whatever you've been doing on social media and you decided to get in trouble for a crime, they're going to use your social media as evidence. They're going to use social media as evidence. I'm going to show you a couple of things that did come up. Let me show you this. They went to Cash Out social media platform, went to X, and also went to the IG, right? Here's some of the things. Now, I'm going to give you guys his X channel because I'm not going to show you the stuff that was in the X. It's disgusting, right? They show one of the victims giving him fellatio. Okay. Do you understand? And they talked about OnlyFans. They showed the ads. I'm telling you, it was really bad. Really, really, really bad. But let me show you one of the things they showed. Let me show you one of the videos that was depicted. This one right here. This is not the nasty one. I'm not showing the nasty ones. Okay, this is one right here. And look what he is doing in the video. And it's like really, it's really messed up that anytime they have any kind of crime going on, they're gonna go through the social media of that person. So they're the worst enemy. Now look at this, y'all.
Hey, OnlyFans been dumb lit this month. Dumb lit. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about.
Y'all see that?
Hey, OnlyFans been dumb lit this month. Dumb lit. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about.
Okay, that is one video there. Let me just show you another one. But if you go to his video and then you go to Diamond, oh my God, y'all, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm showing you the light stuff. I'm not showing you the dangerous stuff that's gonna get my channel in trouble. I don't want to get my channel in trouble. So I'm showing the light things. But let me show you the other video. This is gonna be a light one as well. Let me just show you this one. Let me show you. Look at this one here. This is all about showing the money that he received from the prostitution. And it was legally done through, well, not legally done, but it was done through OnlyFans. And afterwards, they would meet up with the people. Look at this. He's just showing money like that, you know. You see this? And that's the light stuff. Now, if you want to see everything that that was shown, go to his ex, right? His ex channel, and then there's one video when it first pop up is somebody giving himself fellatio. I would not show that to you guys, but if you want to go to that channel, you go ahead on and see it, and then you click on that link and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of words, and it's terrible. And I'm not going to show it. But that's that on that one. Let me give you exactly what was his sentencing. Okay. He got count 1, which is the RICO. He got 20 years to serve consecutively with count 10. Count 10, he has the grape, right? And that one is life in life, right? And then he has count 12, that's with the S word, and that's life, and that's concurrent with count 10, right? Then count 22, trafficking, get 20 years consecutive with count 1, right? Then he has count 23, 20 years consecutive with count 22, right? Then he has count 24, battery, that's 12 months concurrent to count 10. Then count 25, possession of a firearm during a felony, that's 5 years consecutive with count 23. Then you have 26, pimping, which is 12 months concurrent with count 10. Then you have count 27, pandering, which is 12 months concurrent with count 10. Then you have count 28, keeping a place of prostitution, that's 12 months concurrent with count 10. Then you have count 29, willful obstruction of the law enforcement, which is 12 months concurrent with count 10. Then you have count 30, and that's merged with count 24, right? Which is concurrent. And then you have count 45, which is the inmate with the gun, and that's consecutive with count 25. Okay, so concurrent mean that it's going to run together. Consecutive is going to be after, like you finish 20 years and you start the next amount afterwards. Okay. All right, let's talk about some of the evidence the state had. The state had most of the evidence I told you guys came from the social media, and then they had the ad page, which is from the black page or back page, something like that. It was called back page, and that's where they showed most of the transaction, not the transaction, but the advertisement for them to get the Johns, right? Now, the reason why his mother was found not guilty for the prostitution is because they didn't see any money exchange for that, because the money exchange they saw was when the Johns it was more towards cash out, not his mother. They didn't show any kind of money coming for her going through that. Okay? So I'm sorry, I was drinking my water. So that's where that came from. Also, the videos that they didn't really use the OnlyFan video, but OnlyFan, but they did see some of the activity, the acts, the sexual activity, but they didn't match it with that, so they didn't use all those as the prostitution thing. But the sex trafficking, they did get convicted of that. Okay. And let's talk about the DNA. Remember I was telling you that the DNA did not show cash out DNA in the rape kit, and they saying that a lot because the rape kit was inconclusive, but they said that usually does happen because the amount of time that is taken. They said the women DNA overpowers the man's DNA when it has entered into them. So it kind of like, you know, camouflage it all. I don't know the right words to use it, but it basically dilutes the man's DNA where the woman's DNA overpower because they entering inside or something like that. This is what the explanation that I received on it was. That's why it was inconclusive, but they did find his DNA in that hotel. So they just didn't have to use that. They had overwhelming evidence of other things that helped them to get the conviction. So they didn't have to use the DNA because it was dominant. Yeah, it was more dominant. Thank you, CBBJ. Which one he? Well, supposedly it was his girlfriend. The girlfriend is the one he supposedly raped. Now, Jordan was Tyrone raped her. They couldn't, even though they said Jordan said that that Cash was part of the grape, but Jordan is the one that actually found the DNA of Tyrone more than Cash. But it wasn't just one woman. It was plenty of them. Yeah, the mother got 30 years. Yes. She got 10 and 20. 20 for the RICO, and then 10 for the other thing, trafficking of that girl. And then the judge, he didn't take any accountability, y'all. He didn't take any accountability. I don't know why he spoke, but I guess he wanted to get his point across just in case he wants to go. Is there footage of this trial? Yes, there are footage. I do have some at the end, the last week that I was there, but I said that if you guys wanted me to go to the news people and go get the other footage, I can do that. But I'm not gonna waste gas if nobody's trying to help offset the costs, because I can do that. I can go to the court to them to get that, and I have to bring my SD drive, no, my back thing to go get it because they have it. I would have to go down to the newsroom to go get it. Say yeah, and during appeal, that part would help. You found it, Amber? It's disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting. That's why I said y'all go ahead and find it yourselves. It's really bad. It didn't matter if he kissed her feet, he still was getting the same sentence. So he spoke his piece. Yeah, he spoke his piece. But I think one of the reasons why he spoke his piece is because in appeal, at least they'll know that he made the statement in appeal. That would be part of the transcript. That would be part of the transcript. Yeah, I'm telling you. Remember what I said when I first came back, when I first started giving you guys the update from there, and I said, y'all, from what I heard from that testimony of that detective, and it wasn't just Fulton County. It was a DeKalb County investigator involved, and then it was Gwinnett County investigator involved. So it wasn't just Fulton. Yeah, I would have suggested him at the time to take the plea deal. If I was his, I mean, he decided. I think Attorney Matthews did tell him that, hey, take the plea deal, but he decided not to. Yeah, they offered him 20 years. Yep, but he decided not to. I think the reason why, y'all, he felt that he could win is because he felt those women they were here for you heard 25, yeah, something like that. It was 20, 25, one of those. It didn't matter. He didn't get it. Even if you heard 25 or 20, he didn't get it. He decided to go over. It was 20 something. It didn't matter. Look, 25, 20, it ain't matter because he ain't take it. So us arguing over how much time, it ain't gonna make a difference at all. It ain't gonna be not one bit of difference. It could be 25, could be 30. It's still less than what he got. I mean, what he could have got was less than what he got. He didn't take it. So, I mean, it is what it is. He got more than life. He got life plus afterlife. Because you think he's going to live another 65, 70 years? It's a lot, ain't it? No, it don't make a difference because he didn't take it. He didn't take it. Leon, I don't know why you come in here to argue with me. It don't matter because he didn't take it. I don't care if we argue about it or not. It ain't going to make a difference. He didn't take it. He actually forced these women, according to the evidence. The rape kit of that one individual and also the bruise of that one individual showed there was rape on that one individual, which was Jordan. Now, with the girlfriend, once she said no, it's rape. Even if she was all into it, the minute she says no, it's rape. The minute she said no, it's rape. The minute, I know people getting it all confused and saying, oh, it's not rape if she said no. The minute the young lady said no. You talking about prostitution? He wasn't found guilty for the prostitution. One of the prostitution. No, he wasn't found guilty. He was found guilty for the sex trafficking. I just read it. You want me to read it again? What he was found guilty of? Hold on. Which count it was? Hold on. Let me give it to you. Let's go back. Okay, you ready? RICO, grape, sodomy, trafficking, battery, possession of a firearm, pimping, pandering, and this is what you're talking about. Keeping a place of prostitution, not prostitution itself, but keeping a place for prostitution. You said in California, but Mungo, he's in Georgia. Georgia, the minute they say no, it's rape. The minute somebody, if you doing to do with somebody and they just like all of a sudden say stop, no. Once they say no, you're supposed to be get off of that person and leave them alone. You leave them alone. The minute they say I don't want to do it, no. You stop, pull up your pants, and go on about your business. Don't try to convince her. Don't try to push her. No. She said no. Stop. You're gonna have to you said go, yeah, you're gonna have to find the transcript. You can order it from Fulton County. You can go ahead and order it from Fulton County. It's 50 cents per page, or if it's an outside transcript company, it might cost, I think, might be $3 or $4 a page. Let me see how much I paid for a transcript the last time. Hold on. Let's see how much I paid for it the last time. In Fulton County. Hold on. It was $3.95 per page. Let me show you. $3.95 per page. This is the company that does it. Husby. This is it right here. $3.95 per page. And I was getting something that had 30 pages. So you had several days of you had 7 weeks of testimony. So and I paid $3.50 for the one I did before, and it was only 40 pages. See, 40 pages, and I paid $350. So you can imagine how much yours is gonna cost. So by all means, sir, go have it, go enjoy, and go get it. You can go ahead on and go. Peace. But like I said, if you guys, I can try to go get the footage, but for me to get down there, y'all just be, Leon. It's all good till one of y'all son get caught up, and that's my baby wouldn't do that. I know this topic is a heavy topic, y'all. Whenever you're dealing with this SA topic, it's a very heavy topic. That's why I try not to talk about this too much, because people get really irate. So I'm gonna leave it there, because y'all gonna start arguing inside the chat. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. It's not cool at all. So I'm gonna should I move on? Because it's getting a little heated up in this chat. It gets very heated up in here because folks would be like ready to tear each other apart. I do not raise my son to live. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead on and drink my water. All righty. Yeah, let me let's see. Next topic, y'all. I think this case was BS. These women wanted to do this willingly. That's somebody wrote that in here. I'm reading what people saying. That's not what I'm saying, okay, y'all? Don't come in here trying to say Sylvia said this, because I'm just reading the messages, the content here. Any woman said, okay. It says any woman can set up a guy now, and that's what it is now. That's true. That is true. You don't know what situation. Oh, well, that's not me, because I don't have a son, so we're not talking about Sylvia. All right. Hey, CMT, how are you? Because folks are getting heavy up in this chat. Really, y'all, come on. Y'all really need to calm down, because prayerfully nobody get caught up in something like this. Prayerfully that we can learn from other people's lessons. What videos? Mongo! I am not going. They got videos of him a picture of him giving fellatio. One of those victim giving fellatio, and they got tons of like rated X stuff. They have tons of it. Yeah, you walked into a doozy, CMT. I have 3 sons. Scary world for them. It is. Well, a investigation happens. He could have took the stand. He was happy and enjoyed all the stuff. Is that Kendra? Did y'all hear the mother? How she went off? One of the young ladies, the mother. Did y'all hear her impact statement? Did you guys get a chance to hear the impact statement? Oh, baby, baby was raised right. She's lying. Life be life, and who's lying? Oh my God. Oh. All right, yeah. You probably cannot enjoy it, and when it gets caught, now you're talking about. All I'm saying is we saw corruption with YSL. There's little corruption in this too. There's a little corruption in this too. That's what Miss Wright says. Miss Wright. Look, listen. Remember what I told you guys. I told you when I walked in there and I sat down and I listened to the testimony of that detective. And I told you, and I saw the makeup of the jury, and I saw the young lady who came she gave her testimony, and I heard about the rape kit. I said, they're done. I said that. Did I not say that? And then I saw the body language of some of the jurors. I said, they're done. But then when they were doing deliberation, the kind of questions that the jurors was asking, I was like, these jurors remind me of students that were doing a project and they're all into it and they trying to really figure it out. That's why there was 4 counts that was found not guilty, because they couldn't match it. But when you have evidence that is clearly shown, and then the mother's ad was a really messed up ad too, and it was tough to get beyond that. I mean, they were selling punani. There was no ifs and buts about it, y'all. They were selling me more punani. Your daughter not either. What are y'all talking about? What is Molly talking about? He took it to trial. Your daughter not either. What did we? Sylvia really does look consensual, not trying to shame anyone. But even if it's consensual, Jason, the minute that person says no, it's a no. Because remember, one of the guy that pleaded guilty, the John that pleaded guilty, he put a gun, G-U-N, to one of the alleged victims' head. Remember that? The John? He put a gun to that in itself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that John was part of the RICO. Do y'all remember that part? He was part of the RICO. He was a co-defendant. He took the plea deal. The women took plea deal that did the prostitution part. I mean, guys, first of all, prostitution is illegal in the state of Georgia. It's illegal. So that in itself is a crime, okay? Then you have somebody who has a weapon. Those 2 elements in itself, even if the other things was found not guilty, those 2 elements itself is grounds for a RICO. Okay. Then there's drug. Then there's a RICO on that part too. So it's a lot of elements that was clearly, I mean, there was evidence. It was evidence. Even if they did not do the grape part, the grape. You know? Miss Wright, you're related to Tyrone, right? They made his, he couldn't even go for a lower because they had a recidivative as part of his conviction, because he has had heavy crimes prior to that, right? That's what the judge, the prosecution said. Recidivative is when they ask the judge to give the maximum because of their crime level, what they have done before of convictions, so they can ask based on the type of crime they have had. Was the weapon? Yeah, the weapon was part of the evidence. Yes, Iran. Yes. Yep. You allowed yourself to get involved messing with D-Rug and hanging out with the wrong people. Clifton, maybe he left, he didn't force them into prostitution, grape them. I know for a fact he didn't force a few of them. He didn't get in trouble, but he only got for one person, Mongol. Only one person he got grape for one person. And that person testified and said that she testified that he forced her. That's what she testified. I mean, I wasn't there. You wasn't there, because according to them, it was her and him. So I don't know, y'all. I can't. Hey, Blue Oak. Um, I know this is a very, very heavy topic, a very sensitive topic. It's very heavy, and everybody has their own outlook on it based on their experience. So nobody is wrong. Nobody is wrong. You are feeling the way you're feeling because of based on your experience. Based on your experience. And now these days it's very hard, y'all. It's very hard. Why was the chat acting like it was Nesto trial? A bunch of Nesto nuts. I don't know. I don't know. CMT. I don't know. You're really knowledgeable about the legal game. No, I've been going to these court cases for a while. I've been going to a lot of these court cases, and I've been observing and taking notes. That's how I know some of this stuff. I am not a lawyer, but I've learned to have. I mean, that's why I said this is my element right here. Absolutely, there's so much more I want to say. I want to speak with you behind the scene. Okay, not really trying to get attention. Okay, all right. And you didn't come today. I was looking for you. I didn't see you. Or maybe you were there and you just didn't. I'm speaking on a girl saying he forced them to prostitution. I know for a fact. Well, I don't think he got conviction because of being forced for prostitution. No, 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 no. He didn't get conviction for that. He got a conviction for having a place for the prostitution. Okay, which is illegal. You cannot have a place for a prostitution. He didn't get convicted for well, I guess sex trafficking is forced coercion. Well, it might have been coercion because he told them about a better lifestyle, and I don't know, y'all. It's hard, and I'm trying to make light of this. It's a hard thing because now and he can appeal the conviction. He can't appeal it. But he's gonna have to come up with some evidence to appeal it. Something that was done wrong in the trial. Yeah, he used. Yeah, the state used other action because of RICO. And remember, they were able to find the RICO with at least 2 of the individuals. And remember, one of those individuals was that John. So even if nothing was found on Cash, but something for Tyrone and something for that John, automatically that John pleading guilty solidified that one element of one person being part of the RICO got a conviction. So you hear what I'm saying? John basically solidified it because John became part of that enterprise. Even though to me it didn't seem like an enterprise, but they showed bank statement, money going in, and the prostitution, all that. And they showed that. They connected, even though they made a story, they wrote a story out, and they put evidence to fit that narrative, and that's what happened. They couldn't overcome it. Yep, John took the plea deal. Yep, the John took a plea deal. The John, his name is not John, but the John. Because remember, he had the GUN on that woman's head. And he admitted he had the GUN, and they got the GUN, and they got the D rug in the hotel room. Y'all should have seen the pictures of the hotel room and stuff. It was and then they had tear gas. They had to tear gas that hotel room for them to get out. So it was a lot of stuff going on in there. They tear gassed it. They saw the woman walking the street looking for John. She admitted she's looking for John. That's why she was part of the RICO. You get what I'm saying? She was part of the RICO. One of the women, well, 2 of them took a plea deal, and they testified against Cash and against the mama. Again, they put the story. They helped the state to bury him because they took the plea deal. And that's why he said what he said about, people lying. He never had to do this. They were basically willing participant, that type of thing he was saying. And here's the deal. The judge was not feeling. You should have seen her face. She was not feeling it at all. Okay, Miss Wright. Guys, are y'all ready to move on with our next topic? Y'all ready to move on? What's up with T Grizzle? Who's that? Who's T Grizzle? Grizzle. Who's that? The lawyer was crying. What lawyer was crying? I know he got kind of choked up, but there wasn't no lawyer crying. That's a rapper. What did he do? Oh, you talking about the one? Hold on. Yes, they learned very well from YSL case that why they did not televise it, know what they were doing this time. All right, y'all. I am about to take my butt off. Thank you, Keys, for the super chat of 199. Let's see. She was standing on her. The deputy gave her a tissue, and the mom a tissue. No, she was there. She gave it the tissue for her to give to the mom. She gave a tissue to give to the mom. The lawyer wasn't crying. Mm-mm. Oh wow. I didn't know that. Okay, let's move on to Nicole Fagan. All right, there's just been an indictment. Um, Another RICO, y'all. Another RICO indictment. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. There's another RICO indictment with Nicole Fagan, the attorney Nicole Fagan is part of the RICO. Mender and Mender's girlfriend Brittany is part of this RICO. Okay. And this happened during the time of the YSL. Remember, there was supposedly that D-rug being passed, and they're saying that Fagan was used as to bring the D-rug into the courtroom. You remember that? Remember? And then that's how the girlfriend got arrested. That's what it's all about in this one here. This is a different charge now, Shanika. This is totally different. This is not that guy that they said that she helped tell. She told what they were about to arrest him. Not that. This has to do with when YSL was going on during the trial. Remember in the beginning? Let me show you. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring that up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get it up for here. Oh, let me get it for you. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find her. I'm trying to see if I can pull her up. I got trying to see if they still have her on here. I'm trying to see if I can pull her up. She got arrested during the time of the YSL. She was one of them they caught bringing in contraband in the was it the because they arrested her while I was at the courthouse. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Just a second. Just a second. I don't know if they took it down from the hold on a second. I'm trying to see if I can find it. It was on there before, and I'm just trying to remember. Okay, hold on. Just a second, y'all. Just bear with me a second. Let me go. Hold on. Trying to bring it up. 1 second. I'm trying to locate that one. Hold on. I'm trying to. Trying to pull it up. Pull it up. All right, I'm trying to figure out the title to put it in so we can find it. It was. They said that it was brought in by the. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, hold on. Hold on, that's not it. She was the fiance slash girlfriend of Minder, and she was bringing in stuff, and she had some marijuana and some cigarette, because I remember it was cigarettes in there and something else. They found it, and they said she was bringing it through the attorney, and that's why they started searching the attorney's bags when they were coming through there, and they started having fits because they were saying it was the attorneys that was bringing the stuff in. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, I think this is the one here. This is the third time. Hold on. Let me just see if I can the Miller cases. Hold on a second, y'all. Because I was there when it happened. I was there, and not too many of you guys knew about this situation because they didn't make it broadcasted. But it was Mender's girlfriend, fiance slash fiance, and they was looking. They were out there looking for her. They were out there looking for her, and then a couple of days later, they caught her and they arrested her during that time. You guys didn't know about it. It was done more of hush hush. Only people who was at the courtroom knew what was going on. And so they took a while. Now they put this on this thing here. I do have the arrest record for that situation, and I could pull it up for you guys. But it's gonna have to take. It's gonna take for me to do another live when I pull up all the information. I could do that for y'all. Okay, Sun Goddess said, hold on, let's see. Sun Goddess says, that's no surprise, and it was always about money. And Mungo says, Sun Goddess, a few of them actually got lawsuits in federal court on cash out. Y'all know FYN Faye. Who's what FYN Faye? And Madam Lovely. Who is that? Who's that? Y'all making up names. I don't know who that is. I think this is something new. What are you talking about, Miller? No, this is what I'm telling you is what happened in court. It was back in 2023. 2023 this happened when the young lady got in trouble. It was 2023. They just indicted it now. All right, let me put the link in there because I'm getting like so mixed up with you guys talking. And Miller, I'm waiting on you. And Miller, can you help me out? Because I'm trying to understand what you're saying. How many women were on the jury? And cash out? There were, let me see. I wrote it down. I'll tell you who was on the jury. Hold on a second. Oh, let's go check it out, please. It was. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. See my little chart right here? I did my little jury chart right here. On my jury chart. Okay. All right. There was first row had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 women on the first row. The second row had 1, 2, 3 women. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women altogether. 6 women and 6 guys. Had 1 black male. He was very young. He looked like he was about in his early 20s. Most of the juries were pretty young, y'all. Most of the juries were pretty young. You had 2 seasoned individual, 1 male. He was, I think the male was Hispanic because he had, when he talked, he had a little accent. And then the female, the 2 of them were seasoned. But the juries were mostly young people. Mostly young people. As a demographic, as African American, there was 1 black young lady in the front, and then you had 2 black ladies in the middle, and 1 black guy. That was it. 1 young black guy. Hey Lisa, Miss Sylvia, I'm here for a minute since I didn't follow this case. I'm happy that you made it home safely to Atlanta, that you spent quality time with your family in New Jersey. Yes, Lisa, it was fun. It was great, but now I'm back here trying to get my grind on. It felt really good being back. Felt really good. Let me tell you something. Can we go to my other channel, Infamous Sylvia? I want to go back because I need to go. Infamous Sly channel. I want us to talk back there because I have some things I want to talk to you guys about. Sounds good. And I'm going to end this live here. It's been 1 hour and 19 minutes. Sorry if you already answered, but do you think they deserve life? Do I think they deserve life? No, I don't. I don't think they deserve life. I don't think they deserve life. I don't. And I don't think none of the jurors think they deserve life. But here's the thing. The judge told them not to be concerned about how much time these individuals get. They were dealing with basically what the crimes were. They weren't supposed to worry themselves about how much time they're going to get. The jurors, based on the evidence, found them guilty without the reasonable doubt. And I tell you, when I was listening to it and heard what they said and seen what I seen, I was thinking the same thing. Now, as far as how much time that is decided on the judge. But the evidence, based on what I saw, it pointed to that, It pointed to some of the guilt. Was there holes poked in evidence and in the testimonies? Yes. There was some holes poked in testimonies, definitely. But was it enough to overcome some of the evidence that was showing that guilt? No, it wasn't. I just think a lot of it is because they've been doing it so long and they didn't see it being a crime because they were doing it from the internet. And there's a lot of people out there that's doing this stuff. A lot of people doing this sugar daddy stuff. That's a form of prostitution, y'all. It's not given to that title. They call it sugar daddy and sugar mama and sugar babies and all. It's prostitution. If you involve sex in it, it's prostitution. But I agree with attorney Matthew. If they were offering them 25 years, why is it there's a punishment when they lose? Why is it a punishment? That doesn't make sense. That really is it because they mad now because they had to work for it? So that part don't make sense to me. That part doesn't make sense. That part, I don't understand. Somebody gonna have to help me out with that system thing. Why can't all of it be concurrent and then I don't know. So you mad because they decided to take it to court and they lose and now it's a different story. You don't want to give it to them. That doesn't make sense at all. Did the mom get life? No, she didn't get life. I'm not trying to be funny, but if Vera was the one looking at those video, I'm going to leave it there. Who's Vera? Oh, you talking about the person that used to be in the chat before? So it appears Cash Out is obsessed with receiving professionals, but I didn't see any videos that appear to be sexual abuse, just women doing what they apparently like to do. Goddess, you saw the videos? You saw the videos? You saw the videos? Internet is what gets young men caught. Yep. Y'all, did y'all see the videos? Did y'all see the videos? Y'all go take a look at those videos on X. Go look at the videos on X. You'll see. You'll see the videos on X. And then the words that they're using, they said, come and get this and come and Miss Pooh, go look at it. Where's Amber? Put the link inside the chat. Put the link inside the chat for those who y'all at your own risk. Okay, I'm giving you a warning. At your own risk. At your own risk. Don't say I didn't warn y'all. At your own risk. Don't say I did not warn. Not that one, Amber. The one, diamonds. Yeah, go ahead. Show that one, but then show the one with diamond as well. This is at your own risk, y'all. This is at your own risk. You see it, lady? Lovely lady. You see it now? At your own risk. Click the link that Amber put in there, Julie. The link that Amber's put in there. Just click it. You'll see it. Amber put the link in there, so go check it out. Yeah, but Patricia, I text her. I text her about it. Shell said, "Oh my!" She clutched her pearl. You gotta hit when you see that other thing, the fellatio one. You click that, and you'll see the rest. I'm telling you, social media get people in trouble, y'all. They just gotta be careful what y'all put on social media. Yeah, my leg is feel like it's like, oh, it could be a blessing and a curse at the same time. Social media. Yeah, it says unavailable. I guess y'all been looking at it too much now. Oh no. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Amber. Hold on a second. Oh, you got it. Okay, she got it. Put it in there for them, Amber. Amber, put it in there for them so they can see it. Yeah, I text her. Drew Finley is her attorney. Okay, y'all. Can we get off this live now? Okay, y'all click that link right there that I'm saying that is at your own risk. Okay, y'all, block this person because this person get on my nerve. This person constantly leave messages on my thing. Mods, Amber, please take care of this person right here. Please, Amber, take care. Block that person. Thank you, because I don't want this person in my chat. Block them. Get them out of here. All right, guys, can we y'all see it, right? That's at your own risk. At your own risk. You didn't get a notice? Well, I'm getting ready to go on live on my other channel. Yes, Amber, yes. To answer your question, yes. Yes. To answer your question, yes. They did. I'm telling you, that's why one of the reasons why this case was not televised. That is one of the reasons why it was not televised. It had so much stuff like that in it. It was not televised, y'all. All right, can I get off this live and go to the other one? Can I start the next one? Now you see why it wasn't televised? Those who just take a look, y'all see why it was not televised? It's not something that you would want televised. My poor girl said, Lord mercy. It's what's happening. It's what's happening in courts now these days. I told you, y'all. I've had 2 cases with craziness like this. The Diddy trial and this trial. Blue, stop it. Blue, oh my God, Blue. Oh God. Shanika says too much for her eyes. Julie said, oh, that's disgusting. Play lady, I don't think you want to see that. Kendra said Cash was a grown man. told y'all at your own risk. I learned this all from court. Okay. Lady, love, there it is right there, lovely lady. Amber, just click the link. Amber, at your own risk. Blue said, I just made it to the parking lot. Oh, Lord. Trust me, I did not go past the first one. I did not go past. I said, I do not want to see no more. All right, I'm about to get off, y'all. I'm about to get off. Hi, y'all. My 4 girls, I do not believe you just said that. She said all that locked up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's Diamond. Okay, Miss Richard. Okay, bye, y'all. Miss Richard's getting a little bit fresh in here. All right. There go Malcolm, y'all. Malcolm popped up. CMT. Malcolm is in here. CMT. Malcolm is in. He must have woke up. Malcolm just woke up. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? I'm about to get off this lot. He just woke up. CMT said, I told you. He just woke up. Malcolm just woke up. I bet you Malcolm gonna go in that channel right now. Watch Malcolm go on that page. I wasn't no horse from what I could tell. Oh my God. Okay, ladies. Y'all getting a little mannish in here. Okay, we're gonna go to the other side now. All right, guys. I knew you were going to go see that page. I knew it. Malcolm, you've been in the bushes all this time, haven't you? So you see, look, he's going to it in a few minutes. See, you probably already been in it already. Lovely lady. Okay, it's time for me to get off. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. This is what the courthouse has begun is being like now. This is the kind of stuff I have to deal with now. What happened to real crime? What happened to real crime? All right, Blue. I'll see you later, Blue. All right, I'm going over. Bye, y'all.
Thank you for watching the Infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so